Good morning, everybody. I hope that the quality of video is better today than it was on Sunday. For whatever reason, the quality was potato quality at its finest. So I'm going to jump over and take a quick look to make sure that we're coming through halfway decent today. It looks halfway decent on my end, what I see. So I'm going to assume that we're going to be doing better this time. So nonetheless, welcome, guys. Thanks for being here. It's Tuesday at 10 a.m. I don't know. I enjoy doing a bit more of a mid-morning stream. Got a little bit more energy in me. I'm ready to rock and roll. So, nonetheless, before I get started here, I do want to briefly talk about our thumbnail because, again, I'm going to try to throw some work in on the thumbnails I think it's just more interesting that way, but I also want to talk about them. So this particular one, let me get this pulled up here. This piece right here was from Jerry. And this was, we saw this on Sunday, and I just thought this was so hilarious, really cool. So I thought, you know what, today's thumbnail, Jerry's work is going to be on there. So super cool, man. Again, Jerry, thanks, man. It just gets me every time. All right, with that out of the way, guys, if you want to send your work in, send it to the email scrolling at the bottom of the screen right here. It's right there, artmesomething@gmail.com, artmesomething@gmail.com. One last thing about Jerry, just give him one last opportunity here if I can find where I put that. Of course, now I can't find it. But you guys saw his work there, the portrait or whatnot. Why is it not letting me show it? Anyhow, he does construction. He only has time now and then to practice. He wanted to know if we thought it was worth him continuing down this journey. And absolutely, right? There was some other stuff he was struggling with, some lines, some different things. But you know what? I know what that's like. And when you're making pieces that look pretty dang nice, why quit? Keep at it. You're doing the right thing. Keep your day job because it pays. Jumping out, trying to float in this tattoo world without a side gig or something is pretty hard. So, but definitely keep pursuing it. Could you imagine where you're going to be? That was only 3 months. So don't lose faith. Okay, let's get to it. I just want to say good morning to a few people. I promise we are going to get to the emails without a doubt. But again, you're here. So it's nice to say hi to those who showed up. Again, if you're watching this after the stream, let me know where you're watching from. Tell me where you're at. I already know we got quite a few people have already been telling me where they're from here. So again, good morning, Smoke, Kyle. Who else we got here? Art with Dylan. What's going on? Joe, how are you doing? Tatted Smurf. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Jeremy, great to have you, man. Welcome. Glizz, I can never pronounce that. Is that how it is? GLZ. You've been here a lot. There's no need to continue to mess your name up. Savage, what is up, man? Smoke again. Got a burp. No surprise there. Philip, great to have you. Ren Norris, Josh. All right, the list goes on and on. But again, thank you guys for taking the time out of your morning to be here and hang out with me. And we're going to take a look at your work that you're sending in. Just giving everybody a few more minutes to send that in. There's already, I think, 5 or 10 emails here. We got Louisiana in the house. Right on. Good morning from work. Well, Destiny, I hope that work is going all right for you. Alabama. Louisiana again. Yes, sir. Top of the morning. All right. From New Zealand. Yes. Beautiful place. That's about all I know about it. I'm not going to pretend like I know. Pittsburgh, PA. All right. Right next door. I'm in Ohio. Northeastern Ohio. We border Pennsylvania. So we know all about what's going on over there, which I have no idea what that. From Ohio, Queen for a day from Ohio, right on. California, man, stay cool out there. Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. All right. Good. New Jersey here. You know how I feel about New Jersey. Cheers or something from Michigan. All right. Okay. Well, you guys keep letting me know where you guys are from. But I know what you guys are here for, and I'm not going to keep wasting your time. I promise. I promise. I will say one more thing, guys. Go ahead and follow my journey here at these spots. Most of you guys already do. But if you're not, go ahead, check it out. Give it a follow, a subscribe, whatever it is, wherever it is, right? Facebook, Death Punch Inc. Instagram, Davings.88. Australia, just saw that over the corner of my eye. What's going on? Watson from Australia. Sacramento. Okay, I got to look away. See, if I just look at the chat for a little bit, you guys will suck me right in. All right. Boom. All right, give the stream a like, guys. That's the last bit of word I have before we get started. Give the stream a like. And again, I'm going to be critiquing stuff here, right? And I always say this. I make mistakes in my own work, and I might call out a mistake that you make in your work that I make the same mistake sometimes too. It is what it is. I'm not here to bust balls and break skulls. Dude, that rhymed and I didn't even plan on it. It's going to be a good one. Just here to like help out where we can, right? So do me one last favor, right? One last favor. I promise, right? Fingers crossed. Share this stream. YouTube has pretty well stopped sharing content it doesn't think is appropriate, and apparently tattooing and many other topics are just not quite mainstream enough, especially how-to tattoo stuff. So support your other tattoo artist channels as well. Share the content. That's the only way we can really get out there and meet new people and have our content be seen by new people, because the days of YouTube sharing that information or putting it out, or even if you have notifications turned on, a lot of times people are telling me they're not getting notified. So, that would help. But nonetheless, we're going to be here regardless of what YouTube does, because it's just a good time. All right, we're going to start here. It doesn't look like there's photos. There may be. We got Chagoya. I can't pronounce it. Hi, Dave. I am, and I cannot even going to guess to pronounce your name. I think you're in the chat, though, because you're from Australia. Somebody was from Australia in the chat. All right, moving on. I've been practicing for a couple of months. The equipment I use, FK Irons Edge, X, Dynamic Inks, Quadra Needles, good inks, good needles, good machine. I would like you to critique my work, please. Thanks for your time and help. 1 Procreate design, 2 fake skin practices, 1 on real skin. Thanks. All right, I like the layout. All right, I like this design. I do. I don't know why part of her face is missing up here. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a blend out, like you're fading out from her face. Oh, you guys can't even see this. What am I doing? Oh, geez, Louise. Thank God I saw that for a second. All right. So anyhow, this is the piece. Oh, the one design, and then we got 2 fake skins and something on real skin. So I thought this was a pretty cool looking piece. But my question was up here at the top, how it kind of blends out, fades out right there. I'm not sure if that was intentional. Maybe the eraser slid over it, or you're just going to kind of blend off the top. I don't know that I'm the biggest fan of this blend off right here, right where the eye is. But nonetheless, I like it. It looks like you went back in and really popped some highlights here and there potentially. Cool. All right. Some fake skin here. All right. We've definitely seen this done many a times. And I like the simplistic route you went with this. There's not a ton of soft shading. There's not a lot. You have heavy black in some spots and then like a dark shading. But there's a few things here that you get to work on as you move along. First off, the fake skin you're using appears to be something decent. Right along here, if this were on human skin, this is going to be gone in not too much time, okay? We need lines. I know it sucks, but we need a little bit of a line, even if it's a small line, even if it's a tight 3-round liner or something, to just, scratchy in us a little line around here, okay? Because if that's on real skin, that's going to fade off and kind of be gone, right? So we don't want that to happen. But overall, not bad for practicing just a few months, right? Let's check out the next piece. Oh, okay. I thought there was 2 on fake. Oh, okay. Just 1 on fake skin. Oh, another fake skin piece. I really like this heavy black in here. And this is some nice soft shading through here. Excuse me, I'm a burp. No surprise. Yeah, nice piece. I like this one. I really do. Again, solid black packing. It's readable. We have a little bit of light shading in there to give it a little extra dimension, just enough. Nice job there. All right, see, here's what I like about this piece is either you're watching the stream, you're listening, or you just were smart about your decision, because this is a solid black piece. You've lined the thing out, which the line looks pretty crisp from here. You've gone and packed it black. You didn't try to put the Mona Lisa on there for your first tattoo. You didn't go nuts. You put clean black in there with some clean lines and a solid tattoo that no matter who anybody is along their road, if they look at this tattoo, they're going to go, clean tattoo, right? It doesn't have to be crazy. You learn some stuff from doing that as well. So nice job. And I wish I could pronounce your name, but it's just not my thing. I suck at that. All right. Everybody's saying clean work, simple yet solid. Very well. Very well. All right. That must be that one. Here we go. We got Jeremy. Jeremy, let's take a look at what you got going on here, man. Ooh, Jeremy, I like this. Yeah, man. Super, super bold. Like the color. I really do. It's not a lot, but it's perfect. We got bold, deep purple down here. Fade up, lighten up into skin tone. Hit it with a white highlight. And wada bing, bada boom. It's nice. It's readable. Solid blacks around it. Thick, bold lines. Smooth shading coming off of these leaves right here. Banger, man. I like it. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. I'm not as in love with this one as I am the other one. It's relatively clean. Heads are a tricky spot. We do have some, little bumps here and there as far as our line work goes, but overall not bad. And I think you showed us this the last time. I still like it. What is this style? This is that trash polka style. Yeah, I think it's going to stay pretty solid. You got lots of blacks. I think it's all personal choice when it comes to the style that you do. But nice job, man. Yeah. My favorite's got to be this one, though. I don't know why. I really like this. I think it fits the head nice. And, yeah, just think it's solid. So thanks, man. Doing good work there, Jeremy. Keep at it. Were those all on the head? Well, you're tattooing just straight heads, man. Ow. Ow. All right. What you got there, Sunshine? Sunshink Tattoo. How do I show art here? There's an email scrolling at the bottom of the screen. artmesomething@gmail.com. Send it there. We go in order, though. So if you get it in now, maybe, we'll get to see it. Maybe not. It just depends on, I think I'll go for about an hour and a half. And as many as we can get through in an hour and a half. And if we don't get to it, probably on Sunday. Maybe if I have time, another time this week. But I wouldn't put, I wouldn't necessarily count on it. So make sure your notifications turn on. And maybe YouTube will notify you when we go live. All right. Please critique me again. Thanks. All right. Hello, it's me again. All right. MJ from Hong Kong. Thanks for your previous critique. Please have a look at my newly tattooed Anubis with the skull. All right. Real quick, I'm going to go check something out here. Okay, good. The stream is still looking relatively decent. That is what I wanted to check out. Let me pull my my stuff back up here. Is this it? Yep, there we go. Okay, so let's take a look. Yeah, man. I like this piece. I love the solid black back there. It sets the skull forward. Some nice little bit of shading in the skull. I like that we put this little bit of white down the middle here, kind of not just break it up a little bit. The highlights are in decent spots. Yeah, dude, overall, I think we got a solid piece here. I guarantee this person's happy with it. I don't see anything really jumping out that says do this, that, or the other. Nice job, man. Is that it, MJ? Nice, man. Thank you for sending that in. Yeah, from Hong Kong, dude. Keep killing it. I like it. I like it. All right. All right. Amber, you are up next. Let's do this. Guys, if you're watching, give the stream a like. Hit the share button now so other people can watch, jump in, because we get a lot of questions, and we answer a lot of those questions right here on these lives. So if they're at these live, what an opportunity to kind of just ask the chat, have questions, get them answered. Okay, let's take a look here. 3 months going on 4. I used a coil machine for the first time, and it's different, definitely heavier. Oh yeah, coil machine, there's a lot more stuff that you have to tackle on a coil machine. But I don't know where you're at here on this particular piece as far as your practicing journey, if you will. But, there's a lot to be desired here. There's a lot that's, not quite there. So I'm hoping that this is the first piece, the first kind of run through you did. Real quick, the positive, solid black in this. It's kind of, this is a very cheap fake skin. It's very thin. It's such a son of a gun to learn on. So getting better fake skin right off the top is going to make your life that much better. The other thing here, again, is we have these lines, and then you've just gone over top of everything with some sort of a shade, and it really loses it all. It looks like maybe you try to do some shading in these flowers. It doesn't come off exactly right. But that's why you're on practice skin, and so, no one's going to try to beat you up. There's some improvement here. But what you don't want to do, this is for people watching as well. I'm not saying this person has done this, but let's say this is what you have. And you're like, yeah, it's looking, I'm liking it. Because there is a sense of self-pride as soon as you make something happen. You've used your machine, you've created something. It's like, whoa, this is dope. Well, what you don't want to do is go, let's find some human skin and put, no. Pull back a little bit, go, you want your work on fake skin to be like top-notch, as top-notch can be for you, right? You want it to be as good as you can get it before you do that. You want to be, So anyhow, this fake skin, you're never going to really know your true potential using this fake skin. It is good to see that you have paper towels behind it, catching the bounce. That's a plus, but get yourself some real skin, REEL skin. You can go online, Google it. True skin is good as well, but I think real skin might be a little bit more affordable. So try that out. I think it's going to be a game changer. Let's keep moving along, though. Here's an improvement, definite improvement here over the other pieces. So that's a plus. But again, don't take this as, let me go put this on human skin yet, because I just don't think it's quite there, right? The lines throughout this are a little wonky, right? I mean, if you're having a hard time on the fake skin that's flat on the table, putting it on real skin, human skin, is not going to make it any better. Your nerves are going to be going nuts. You want to be as comfortable and confident as possible. So continue to work on fake skin. It is good to watch the progression here. One, get a little bit better, still need some help. I can tell what it is, but it's not there yet. Keep at it, Amber. Keep working on the fake skin. Get yourself some good fake skin. It's gonna be a world of help, I'm telling you. All right. Two online about before. That's what I'm trying to read the chat a little bit here, and sometimes it gets a little confusing because I'm not in it. All right, here we go. Guys, if you're watching and you're not in the chat, get into the chat, because people are talking as well. They can give advice. You got a question, you think it's dumb, it's probably not. Ask the question. People in the chat have information. If not, maybe I'll catch it. Maybe I'll answer it here as well. I don't know everything, which should be no surprise to anybody, but we'll help where we can. All right, this is from Jeremy. Jeremy says, couple of portraits I did recently. Don't know if you remember my last ones I sent in. Hopefully, these are a little better. Working on smoother shading. Got a little chewed up from trying to add white to fake skin. Yeah, don't even mess with white in the fake skin. That's my opinion. It's just me. Yeah, I wouldn't really monkey with it, because it's not really going to be what you want it to be. So, anyhow. Well, here's the thing. I can get an understanding of who I'm looking at. I can definitely, tell. It's close. It's just not quite there. I see where the lips get a little chewed up in there as well. And again, we're lacking in any sort of structure on this face. And again, it's on fake skin. You're learning stuff. This is a great place to learn the process, the machine process of tattooing a face, getting comfortable. You can draw this stuff, but again, getting a machine on fake skin and going through the hand motions and picking the needle choices for each thing. I mean, these are the decisions you have to make when you're doing it on real skin. So kudos to you for taking the time doing it on fake skin. But it's missing a sense of softness in some spots, right? And we need some sort of structure here. If this were on real skin, this spot right here on the nose is going to fade away and be gone. And the same with this whole side of the face. The jaw, you could have really gotten just strong with it and put a solid black shadow a little bit under here like you did back here. Have this carry along under. There are some nice things, but there are definitely some things that need a little bit of work. So a little less black, a little bit more tonage, you know. Try some light tones. Try it, and I'm not sure exactly how these translate to fake skin, but try lighter tones of 5 drops. So 5 drops of black in like a 17 millimeter cap, and then the rest water, or 14 millimeter cap. Try less. Try doing a softer shading and see how that comes through for you. All right. What I like in this piece now, just a quick, is the eyes. I do like the eyes. I like they look relatively decent. I feel like this one's missing a bit of an under the eye. I don't know what the reference is supposed to look like, but I feel like we're missing a little bit underneath. Looks like there's a marble floating just sitting there on this like flat surface. But the other one is sitting quite nicely. Yeah, so I think what you're suffering from is just you need to get real comfortable using those soft shades. Bust out some soft shades and enjoy that. What you do have here that is nice from the last one is we have a solid structure around the face. The face isn't necessarily going to go anywhere. We have a little bit more strength in this nose here. These little black dot, bits inside the nose. You always want to think about the fading factor, or the fact that that new layer of skin is going to grow over top of the old layer of skin, and some things might get lost in the sauce. So we need like some sort of structure foundation to hold it together as it may fade. But as a whole, man, good stuff. Good stuff. You can do this. It's just going to take a little bit more refinement, and that's it. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Here we go. We get a little taste of your stencil here. So it looks like you are mapping things out the best you can. And maybe up in these eyes, the stencil gets a little lost on you because I can't tell exactly through the blue, but the eyes are, again, getting a little lost. The nose is looking pretty decent. This one's hard to really see exactly what's happening here because the blue mixes with it. So anyhow, but I think you got the gist from those other two. You're definitely moving in that direction. And it's good that you're taking the time. You want to do portraits to really hone in and practice on fake skin. Take your time. There's no problem with that. I mean, I haven't done a lot of portraits on fake skin, but a few. You guys have seen a couple of them. Drawn a few of them as well. You get the gist on how to follow your stencil and whatnot. And, yeah, if it weren't for those practice, it'd just be very difficult. All right, so let's see, 25 minutes ago. This must be them. All right, GLZ. Hey, Dave, I did this on my friend. I'm going to do one more session to smooth things out, so I want to hear your opinion. What should I do to make it look better? Fresh and 4 weeks old. All right, guys, so we got Glizz. This is fresh, I'm guessing. Maybe not. Actually, it looks kind of healed. Yeah, there's fresh. All right, I think it's cool. Like imagery, I like it a lot. I really do. I think it's bold. We have the black back there. The parts that are skin tone really jump out. There's no doubt this is a face or the henna mask and, all the other jazz that's happening in this. Looks like we got some leaves in here. No, I like this piece. I really do. Let's take a look. Yeah. No, I don't. I like it. I don't know. I wouldn't really mess with it. Unless they want some more soft shading in this. I don't know. I think you might make it too busy if you were to go back in this and add more soft shading. Sometimes less is more, and knowing where to put less can be a hard thing to understand as well. No, I think it looks good, guys. What do you guys think? What do you think? Let me know about this one for Glizz. I don't necessarily think it needs anything else. Sometimes you can go back in and punch blacks in one more time, and that can almost be like instead of white highlights, black highlights, and really just punch some more black. Good Lord. In some key areas, and that'll pop stuff out more than putting white in at times. So I think it looks great. I wouldn't really mess with it, but if you do mess with it, let us know. Let us check it out. It looks good. It's healed well. Fantastic job. Kudos to you. So yeah, everyone's saying they like it. It's good with where it is. I like the placement too. Yeah, it is a good spot. Let's see, more contrast around the nose and lower lip. I don't know if I agree with that. Let's take a look. Sure. If you wanted to, you could do that. Yeah, possibly. Maybe just punch in. I can't go any further in on this one. I don't know why, guys. And that's Kyle saying that. He says maybe just a little more black around the nose, possibly, is what I'm assuming he's saying, to push that nose a bit further forward. So, yeah, see, it's good to have different opinions, different ideas and thoughts. But overall, if you do nothing with it, I think it's still a fantastic tattoo. Here we go. Dylan, what's up, Dave? Love your content. Finally got myself an apprenticeship and have started tattooing 3 weeks ago now. I'm going to attach 2 skins. One is Sam Trick or Treat. That was my first. And the second is a dragon I am lining out that is not finished yet. All right. Started tattooing about 3 weeks ago. All right, hold on. Love your content. Finally got my apprenticeship and have started tattooing 3 weeks ago. All right, well, congratulations on your apprenticeship. That's awesome, man. Yeah, so let's take a look. This is the first one. Dylan. Oh, yeah, Dylan, this is pretty. I haven't gotten close to it, but this is pretty clean, man. The lines, I mean, we have circles, and for the most part, they're smooth. And part of that is because of the size needle you're using. It's a smart move when you're learning how to tattoo. You're getting into it. For some reason, all the tattoo machines companies, when they sell you machines and needles, they send you with the tiniest needle because they're the cheapest. They have literally less needles in them. It's a 3 needle, a 5, whatever. Whereas if you're using something like a 9-round shader, 7-round shader, a little bit more goes into that, I guess. So they charge more. So maybe that's why I see so many people using such tiny, tiny needles when they don't need to. This is a good, solid needle grouping. It came out nice. I like the style of shading you have in here. It's heavy black with some little bit of light shading. Personally, I'd like all the shading bumped up like 1 notch. That's just me, though. Your darker shaded area would be cool if it was just a little bit darker. I think it would give you even more readability, but overall, it looks good to me. So, oh yeah, look at this line work. We got a lot of line work going on in here. Yep. It's hard to get consistent throughout the whole thing and keep the depth exactly the same. So you have a lot of really cool lines, a lot of really good stuff. I think by the time you are done with this is going to be a really cool piece. Again, I don't know if some of this is meant to be really light like this. Maybe just so when the stencil wears away, you know where to be at. Are there marks for you? So, yeah, as a whole, again, nice job, man. And it's only been, 3 weeks? 3 weeks now. So keep at it, dude. Let's see it at 4 weeks. Let's see it at 5 weeks. Let's follow your journey throughout. Good job, man. Good job, Dylan. Let's see. Scales suck. They do suck. Scales absolutely suck. It takes a level of determination to continue to make each scale as good as you can. It's time consuming, yada, yada. All right. Let's see. Practicing for a year on fruit and fake skin. Some pics I've done on fake skin and myself/my family. Okay. Practices for a year on fruit and fake skin. All right. Well, I'm guessing this is fake skin. And while it's not bad, it's certainly not as good as you'd want it to be. I don't know. What is this on? Is this on? It's got to be on fake skin because these are definitely needles. Okay. So the lines aren't as smooth as we'd want them to be. If you're on fake skin and you're doing this size of a piece, and that's what you're practicing, then if you're, I don't know how to word it, you're not ready to go to real skin yet looking at the lines here. They're not horrible, but they're not where you want them to be yet to be confident, to give yourself the best opportunity to move forward onto real skin. Same with the shading here. I think it's cool. I really do like that you went through an entire scale, right? We have dark flowing all the way into skin tone. It's a style. I like it. It does get a little bit confusing in spots because we don't have enough breathing room, especially down here around the mouth. It's not breathing enough. We don't got enough open skin here to let this thing really shine. And some of the shading's a little splotchy, right? It's not bad. It's just not quite there yet. So definitely, if you're trying to do this style on human skin, not yet. Maybe some other stuff, maybe some black work, get a little feel for it. Okay, here we go. So we got some black work going on here. Not bad, not bad. We can definitely see that these lines are a bit shaky. And just if you're going to send a photo, just send the standard photo. You know, if you drop it into black and gray or do these different contrast adjustments, it's harder to really help you out. So again, you know, we got lines through here that are a little wonky. The flowers come off a little dark, but again, I can't tell because you've contrasted the photo a bit. And the shading is kind of but as a whole, it's not bad. Again, this is that spot you're at where it's like, it's not bad, but it's not great. All right, here we go. This one doesn't look like it's been messed with, but it also has a bit of a shine on it, so it's hard to see. Let's see here. All right. Lining is improved. It is improved. It's a bit hard to see because we have black around it, and I'm not sure that this black is truly saturated very well because you can see these open spots throughout. And packing that much black, if you don't have a lot of experience packing black, can be a real son of a gun. But at least you're packing black and not trying to do a bunch of shading and stuff. Save that for what you're doing on fake skin. Continue to hone that. Later, bring that in. Work on, if you're gonna be on real skin, you're just like, I have to do it. Do some smaller pieces. You could do a small little bear like this who is lines in black, you know. So in Kyle is his statement is that this little bit of greenish you have here is from overworked skin. So take that for what it is, guys. Every once in a while, I can see the chat running over there. Yeah, Smoke, it is green. It was you're not seeing things funky. It is got a green. It is got a green haze. So yeah. Tattoo work by Larry. Hey Dave, I've been practicing tattooing since June, so not long. Work consumes most of my time, so I always miss when you're going live, LOL, but I still try and find time to practice. So here are some pieces in order of oldest to latest. Love what you do, and I appreciate any pointers you have. P.S. The Japanese piece I did on my good friend and half skull with number 6 piece I did on my brother. The rest of the real skin pieces were done on myself. Just taking a quick glance down here. Huh. Okay. Well, if we start off with our Pikachu, the lining on our Pikachu is pretty rough, right? It's kind of like if you had a ballpoint pen that wasn't quite spitting out ink and you're going over it like that kind of. It's kind of what this looks like, right? Same down here, though the simple shading in there is kind of cool. I don't totally dislike that in any way. It could be a little bit more like contrast-ish, meaning we could use darker tones where the darker areas are at. But nonetheless, we'll keep this thing a boogieing along. All right, that's not bad. Again, your lining is going to need a little extra help because I can tell as a whole, right? It's like, oh, those symbols are there and they're solidly there. But if we're already having a hard time putting a black line across and keeping it smooth and straight, it's only going to get harder the further we go down the road. Let's see here. This little guy is not too bad. We got a lot of black in here, and that black seems to be punched in pretty decently. The line around the top, it's not the greatest, but it's there, and when it heals out, it might be all right. Looking at, from what I've seen so far, I would say continue to work on fake skin. Don't give up everything, but I'm saying the improvements can happen, and you can do that on fake skin as you go. Let's see. Lining is looking better. The black in here, looking a little patchy. I don't know. It's looking pretty dry too. Maybe you punched it in a little harsh. I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to get all the information out of looking at one photo. But the legibility of this is also kind of strange. I don't know. Maybe you found this somewhere. Maybe designed it. I'm not sure. I'm not really feeling this skull piece partially in this 6. But hey, you know what? As a whole, it's also not terrible. Let's see here. Kind of a dark photo. So the shading in here, continue to work on that shading. Try using those lighter tones. They're harder to use. But I think half your battle here is this fake skin? I can immediately tell you're using the very thin fake skin. For some reason, they give this stuff away with everything. It's just everywhere. And it's cheap, and you get what you pay for. You're going to struggle twice as much using this stuff. So, excuse me, try to get yourself a decent quality fake skin brand. It's going to help you out. If nothing else, just get it a little bit thicker. Guys, if you're watching, join the stream. If you're chilling with us here, give the stream a like. Guys, share the stream. Again, YouTube's pretty much done notifying people, done sharing stuff. So we're kind of on our own, which is no big deal. Enjoy this, truly do. But if you share it, it's our way to go around the system. So stick it to the algorithm. Doesn't really care for tattoo content and other content that doesn't meet its criteria of whateverness. So let's share the content, like the video, and yeah. And if you're just chilling there, watching, get in the chat, talk to each other, see what's up. All right. What's going on, Eugene? Good to see you here, man. All right. Yeah, here we go. And again, it's not bad. I don't dislike it, really. It's not there. It's not like get that, super crisp, but it's not bad. Again, hone in on your line work. Spend a little extra time on your line work. It's not bad, but if you spend that little extra time on your line work, it's going to be that much better. So spend that time on some fake skin, get a little more confident with the line work, and then the rest will kind of flow together. So that's my 2 pennies. All right, Kyle, what's going on, man? Good to see you in the chat. Did this tattoo 3 years ago. Just hit my 3-year tattooing anniversary a week ago, and it came up in Facebook memories. I feel you, man. I'm at like 3.5 years, going on 4, and it's crazy to see how much has happened in such a period of time. Yeah, man, this is looking pretty cool. 3 years ago, you did this one, huh? Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm at this packing that pink in there too, and all those different little variations can be such a pain in the butt. There's really light tones. But it looks like you were smart and you left open areas to put in your highlights. That's something I think people miss a lot of times, is if you know you're going to put a white highlight somewhere, or you know there's going to be something there, don't pack color over top and then expect to take that, dip into that white and just run right over top of the color and expect that that white to just, shine through. Leave the opening. Plan your highlights out if you're going to have them, especially in a piece like this. Know where your yellows are going to be. I think the lines in this one are decent in some places, especially this solid straight line over here. In other places, meh. But again, this was 3 years ago. Looking pretty good, man. Looking pretty good. I'm sure it's still held up pretty solid because all the colors seem to be punched in quite solidly. Sweet, Kyle. Congrats on your 3-year mark, man. Time flies when you're having fun. Smoke says, that's cute. What's going on, Crystal? What is going on? Nice work, Kyle. Nick is up. Nick Hughes. Bam. All right. All right. We got a little shell here. Uh-huh. All right. Well, the lines aren't perfect, Nick. They're not. But it's saturated well. It looks like, hang on. Jeez, wait, excuse me. It looks like you found the proper depth here. I'll at least say that. The depth is right because the saturation looks pretty good. The only problem, I really like this line right here. And then this line's a little, probably the next one. So try to emulate that line, right? These ones going around aren't too bad either. Jeez, I can't stop burping. But as a whole, I would just try to get a little bit more steady with your hand. Your depth is good. This is what you want to see. This level of saturation in a single pass line is what you want to see. Boom, that lets you know you hit the right spot. Things are groovy in the world. Only problem is everywhere else we get a little bit wonky with our lines. All right, so. Well, thank you, Crystal. I appreciate that. Mark says, I love the show. Could you have a look at my email? I keep sending it to you. Again, Mark, we go live. When you see that live thing pop up, jump in, send your work into the email at that point. If you send it in after the show, before the show, if you send it in later and we don't get to it, then we're not going to get to it. It's in order. That's just the way it goes. And I know I've missed some people. legitimately miss some people because I'll click on the email and then I'll go to say something, forget that I clicked on it. You know what I mean? Certain things happen. So anyhow, yeah, if you sent it in and I have time to get to it, I'll get to it. You know what I mean? I'm going in order. So if I get to it, I get to it. All right. Just sent an email in a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, we'll see if we get to it or not. All right. All right. But anyhow, Nick, that's it right there, buddy. We've seen your work. Nick, you got some more here. All right. Fair enough. All right. Yeah, Nick, this line. Oh man, Nick, stop tattooing people, Nick. Yep, stop tattooing people, Nick. I know I have to say it, but what is going on here? What is going on here? Dude. All right, these lines are jacked, scarred, overworked in some spots. But there's potential in the line work, just not on skin. Get on fake skin. Get the heck off of the real skin. Stop doing this. The real problem is what the heck's going on with the coloring in these flowers? What is this? Literally looks like a crayon going across there. Now, I don't get frustrated or, rude in these very often, but when it happens, man. You got to stop what you're doing because this poor person, right? If they came in with this, I could fix this to a degree that they would probably be happy with, but shouldn't have to. And you think, well, this one's fine, but look, there's like 15 scratchy lines on this, right? This will heal up and end up being, all right, I guess. But why? Don't stop. Of everything we've seen, you got to take a step back and stay on that fake skin until your work is perfect, until your work is like crisp, nice, saturated lines, blah, blah, blah. Because once you go to real skin, it's going to be different. But if you don't put the time in on fake skin, it's going to be a hot mess, which is what we're seeing right here, okay? Sorry, Nick. Sorry, man. Yeah. I will ask the chat just to make sure I'm not being, going nuts. But, guys, I don't know. This isn't exactly something that we're looking for, right? If this was on fake skin, it's like, all right, man, it's on fake skin. Let me help you out, right? But you went and did this on real skin. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what do we think, guys? All right, so all right, so the consensus is pretty well in. All right, sorry, Nick, but you asked, and we have to be relatively honest at times when it's necessary, truly necessary. All right, Autumn, there is absolutely no information here other than 2 pictures. And while the black is, again, saturated quite nicely, the lining is a little lacking, right? We can see this. And when it's solid black like this, you can, since it's on human skin and you've done it and you're like, oh, man, those lines aren't quite right, you can sculpt these in. It's on someone's skin. If you don't like the way it came out and you're this early on, take the time to sculpt, to smooth. I can't zoom in any further. These, coming around through here, different spots. Overall, it's not bad. I don't know what this is back here. Whatever that is? Not that. I don't know what that is. Oof. Uh-oh, Adam. While this last one was, all right, livable. No bueno there, Adam. This is all blown out. Whew. Scarred. No, we're going to have to, and again, right here, guys, stick with some fake skin for a while. And there's no disrespect in that. There's nothing like inherently horrible about working on fake skin. There are people who send work in who have been working on fake skin steadily for a year, and the stuff looks good. Then they show what they did on real skin. It's not as good, obviously, as the stuff on fake skin because there is a transition, but it's worlds better than people who just jump right in. So that's how the pick looks. What? Sorry, Adam. I didn't know you were in the chat. Even better. What are you talking about? That's how the pick looks. That's how the pick looks. Not sure, right? No, this looks fine. This one's all right. This one, could smooth some stuff out. Yeah. Um, but I don't understand this. Freehand. Don't freehand. Do not freehand. Plain simple. Don't do it. I know some people are going to be like, what is blah, blah. No, don't do it. Why do that? Why freehand? When I drew it, why? Don't do that. Hey, Autumn, don't freehand. You're learning how to tattoo. Why freehand? There are people who do it, and they do it fantastically, but I don't think they just started off their first tattoo session by just freaking Sharpie stuff on. Comes with time, man. I mean, nowadays I'll freehand some stuff, but that's like some background stuff, some this, that, and the other, not the entire tattoo. That's just setting yourself up for a horrible time. The dragon was freehand, all right. The dragon was freehand, sure, okay, but still, I mean, all right. That doesn't explain, the issues there. And this, I don't even, All right. Well, I'm not gonna beat you up anymore on them. We know what we're saying. And guys, just so you know, anytime I do these videos, these streams, you can go and check the analytics. We lose like 5 subscribers every single time. It's like they watch it, people get mad, and I'm being as nice as humanly possible, and they leave. But it's okay because we gain subscribers from other places as well every day. We're gaining subscribers, but it just always makes me laugh that we lose like 5 subscribers every time we do one of these videos. But it is what it is. Hey, man. It's from Mason. Hey, man, loved your kind words last time I was on. Well, there we go. Here's some new work I've done since then. Thanks for being dopes. Thanks for being the dopest. Oh, the dopest. Well, you're welcome, Mason. All right, let's jump in here and take a look. Ooh, this is cool. Yes. Love the size. It's not humongous. Smart. The lines around the outside of the diamond are nice as well. There's no hiding that, and you've done a nice job. The lines throughout are nice. The color packing is pretty good. We definitely have the orange is darker in some spots and fades out a little bit. If anything, I would just spend a little extra time and really, really slowly saturated that orange in completely. The purple, I think, you can get away with a little bit more because it's in the hair and it's going to fade out. But overall, pretty decent looking piece, man. All right, we got the head of a guitar. Oh, look at those little tiny lines, those little tiny strings. I got one of those on me somewhere over here hiding in the arm hair. And yeah, those little tiny strings. Nice job. They're relatively there. They look good. I love the little shading back here. The attention to detail to put all those little lines in the to give it that wood grain look. Yeah, overall, it's a nice piece. It could be done differently, but that would just be subjective to the person who is doing that. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Some sort of I don't know what this is, right? They clearly were like, I don't like it. And I think you did a nice job covering this up. I think you did. Cover-ups, again, more subjectivity to the person and whatnot. But overall, nice job, Mason. I think you did a good cover-up here. And it's ballsy to go with yellow, but I think because of the lightness of this, the lineage, if you played into some of the lines here, possibly. Again, I can't really see it underneath there, so that's homage to you in how you covered this up. But overall, again, looks good to me. Cover-ups are a pain in the butt, and I think you did a good job. Mason, you're doing good, Mason. Thank you for sending these in, man. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Mason, I know you didn't do that dragonfly. That dragonfly looked pretty old anyhow. Here we go. We got Lee Petre. Please see my work. All right, Lee. We don't know nothing about you unless you type something. You did. Hey, Dave. I've been doing tattoos for 5 months now. Please let me know what you think. I can already see this one. Looks pretty cool, but let's scroll back up to the top. Bam. All right. Lineage is looking pretty decent. Not bad. Not bad. It gets a little tonal. A little tonal as far as everything's kind of the same tone. So depth is lost here and there. But again, it's not bad. Looking good. All right. Crisp money. That's the way I like mine. Not bad. Here's what I like. I like some of the lines around the legs. Up around some of these, we get a little bit of a wonky lines here. Not the end of the world or anything. Mainly just in this one spot, so maybe this area gave you a hard time. Yeah, I think the shading could be smoother, a little bit more smartly put in there. But overall, not bad. Okay, now we jump into a whole bunch of faces here. Let's see no evil, hear no evil kind of a thing, I think. Speak no evil. Again, lining is not too bad, right? Again, for 5 months, it's not bad. The lining's there. I think if I were you, I would spend some time and monkey with some fake skin or maybe your own or whatever and just try to get comfortable shading, getting smooth shades, right? Get that pendulum motion, just really. Of course, it sounds exactly like that. And that's what you want to do. Just kind of spend the time. Try lighter tones. Get a good brand of fake skin, real skin, REEL skin, and get confident with the light tones. Start with a 1 drop, go up to a 3, a 5, a 10, and just get comfortable shading those, seeing how those look, because that's what this could really needs is some proper shading in it to make it pop, because it's there. And here we go. I love the green in this. Right off the bat, the green is solid, saturated. The hands could be a little bit more saturated. That skin tone's kind of a tough one to put in there. And in my opinion, you probably could have just left it skin tone, the client's skin tone, really. But that's probably just me being lazy. Yeah, overall, I like this. The purple is not bad. It's relatively saturated in there. Line works good. The color one is not bad at all, man. So I think if you just get confident with the shading, because the lining is looking all right, I think you're definitely going in the right direction, Lee. Okay, let me take a sip of coffee. Contrasted, you sounded like an island boy. Don't do that to me, man. An island? No. That's like disrespect. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding about that, but you get it. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. So, let me read it. I have been tattooing for a couple of months. Been a hit and a miss on older people's skin versus younger. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, older skin, flabbier skin, weight loss skin. I mean, every skin type is different. Location is different. That's why people sometimes will charge more depending on the person's skin type and how it feels and the amount of time you're going to have to take with that. I've gotten done with tattoos, and the more you tattoo, the stronger your body, certain parts of your body get, meaning your hands and your back and neck and whatever, your eyes or whatever. But I had to where my left hand, my stretching hand, is just so sore because it has spent 7 hours just pushing and stretching just constantly. You don't realize it until afterwards, and it's like, oh, gosh. You'll have those days because that skin tone, that's type person's skin is such a pain in the butt. So anyhow, let's take a look at what we got here. Guys, give the stream a like. Let's see how we're doing on that front. 51. Okay, we can get another 51 more. Let's get another 51 more, guys. If you be so kind, give the stream a like. Share the stream. Because, again, we're floating on our own here, guys. So if you could share it, that'd be fantastic. So, nonetheless, with somebody who obviously could use some help or whatever, a group, if you're in a group. All right. I've been tattooing for a couple months, been hit or miss on older skin versus younger skin. All right. Whew. That looks a little rough. That looks a little bit rough. That is rough. That's rough. That's not because of older or younger skin. The lines are shaky. Put in a little harsh in some spots. The shading, I do like some of it, but as a whole, it needs far more practice. Okay? And you don't need necessarily practice on real skin. As you can see, these lines, guys, all throughout. That's what your eye is going to see more than anything. Again, I do like some of the shading in here. I do. But as a whole, not so much. What do we got here? Like, again, this lining is just, it's potatoes, man. I don't even know how do you even line like this? How is this like little line, little line, little line? Because it's like zoop, 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 like little mountains throughout here. I don't really understand. Thank you. Contrasted, share, like, and subscribe. Be awesome. So yeah, that's that. Down here, things aren't getting much better. Same situation with the line work. I like to see that you have your table or whatever you're working on is plastic wrap. That's really cool too. That we see that. So you might be working in a cleanly-ish environment. This particular pedal leaf or whatever you want to call pedal right here is probably the best one of the bunch. You got this nice highlighted spot, but the rest is it looks like you're just kind of black and red. It's not really shining through the way people who use the black and red, like the traditional style. We're not getting that nice solid rich black with red traditional style look here. This is muddy. And we also get that same muddy look down here, and we get like this overworked look in some spots as well. So again, man, I think as a whole, we need to take a step back, do smaller pieces, learn how to tattoo on a smaller scale before we go to these larger scale, right? So here we're tattooing a hand, and again, we have blowouts up here. This line down here is blown out in some spots, missing already, and it looks fresh, right? Or maybe it's not. No, it's not fresh. That's healed. So we're missing pieces here. Bits of lines blown out. Yeah, it's just not a clean piece by any means. And I know that you're doing this on an older person's skin, but that's where you have to be that much more cautious, that much more slower. That you got to take your time. Not saying you didn't take your time, but it's just not really showing through here. All right. I will say, I guess the line work looks a little bit better in this one, so that's a plus. But the shading is just kind of like just there. It's just kind of line, going this way, going this way, going this way. And as a whole, it definitely lands kind of flat. But the lining is improved on that one. So I think a bit of work here, my friend. And don't be afraid to go backwards. Take a few steps. Work on smaller pieces. Fake skin. All right. So. Oh, JJ, yeah, that lining around the hat on that one, was definitely a shader, no doubt about it, a round shader. But it's like, man, how do you get it that you got to stretch the heck out of that skin? That's not stretched, and it's not laid in there and ran. So, yeah, I get what you're saying. Definitely lined with a shader. All right. This is from Kirill Sushko. I can't pronounce a name to save my life. This is from this person. Here's my first skull. Hopefully made it in times. Thank you for your input. You certainly have, man. So, yeah, this isn't too bad. Right in the middle of the chest. I guess if that's what they wanted. Line around the outside. Looks a little heavy as far as punched in, but I think it should be okay. I got a burp. Excuse me. Let's see what else we got here. I like the black down here. The shading's not too bad. Yeah, as a whole, it's not too bad. It's not. I don't know. I think you have something going on up here that we're not allowed to see right now, because I see little feet, little claws down there. But I'm not sure what is that up there. Is that something we're working on? Because the skull looks like it's improved. Up here, it looks might not be so much. It would be cool to see a little bit more texture in the skull, right? We have this wide open area here, some texture, maybe some cracks or something like that going through it. It's easier. The more texture you add to a skull, the easier it is to shade, or at least easier it is, in my opinion, to like give it dimension if it has some cracks and dimples and all this, that, and the other. But as a whole, it's not a bad piece. Not bad. I think you can definitely improve upon that by giving it a bit more. It needs a little bit more to it. But again, as it sits, it's not like this guy's walking around with a train wreck or anything. I think the shape of the head, for some reason, just real quick one more time, is kind of strange how it dips down like that. It might be the photo and the way it's looking on the body. Not sure. But work with what you got. Work with what you got. Let's see. Andrew, hi Dave, longtime viewer, love the channel. I had some shop experience, but primarily taught myself since 2003. Had to quit the job due to physical disabilities. Always kind of felt a little stunted in my pursuit of being a tattoo artist. I'm including my most recent tattoo done from out of the house as a favor. I included 3 pics in different light values and sizes. Modify. All right, the pic is modified. Blah blah blah. And all right, well, we're just gonna look at them, right? So we'll start with this one. Not so modified. I can't tell what I'm looking at. All right. Well, if this was the only photo you sent, I can't even tell what's happening. I don't know, man. I'm not sure what's up with this little hand over here. It looks like it got like squished or something. I don't know. I see that it's a little like, but it just kind of looks like bam and bent. Hands are tricky though, so I mean, I get it. I get it. All right. Again, this photo looks like blurry. It's blurry. I can't really tell what's up here. I mean, this is a tough one to really look at and give you any solid advice. I don't really care for this little hand down here. Aside from that, I guess it's okay. Something weird about the thumb here. It kind of looks where the heck's the camera? Like I don't know, kind of broken in some way. But we do have some nice things happening here. Hands are tough. Hands are tough. This up here, I can't tell if this is like carved in. It looks like it's really hardly put in, but I can't tell. The photo, you have 3 of them, but each one is different. This is probably the best photo. We can actually see looks to be true tattooed skin, but we're missing the bit up here and whatnot. So I don't know. This is a mixed bag. I can't really tell. I'm not in love with it. It's not like my favorite, Andrew, but it's your first tattoo after getting back into it. So, yeah, you know, send us some other stuff so we can get a better understanding where you're at, because that one's a tough one to kind of judge things off of overall. Because to me, I'm like, I don't really like it that much, but I see some good qualities in it. But I'm not the end all be all. I'm just one dude. Oof. This looks pretty harsh in here, especially these 3 bottom lines down here. There's no information here, JJ. But that glare, get that glare. That's the tough thing to get out of a tattoo photo because it hides so much and it makes it so difficult to see. Can't really tell. All right, here we have one. We still got that glare. It's so far away, it's hard to see. It's as far as I can get in on it. I mean, the black appears to be saturated pretty well. I can't really tell the lineage because of the black. But what I will say is when you come down to these points and all these different spots here, take your time. Give it special attention. If you're struggling a little bit with your lines, but you're still doing it anyhow, get a small needle and just kind of slowly bring that to like a real fine point. If you get it to a nice fine point, it's going to, overall, the eye is going to assume everything's crisp like those spots are. Because overall, it's kind of hard to see. All right, here's another photo of it. Yeah. I can't even tell what it says. But that's, again, because of the glare, not nothing to do with your tattooing, just hard to see because of the glare. Again, not the biggest fan of it, but I remember when I did a piece like this and was quite happy with it because it looked kind of like this. It was the black was saturated in there. It wasn't going anywhere. I had sculpted it a bit. Overall, it reminded me of something like this. So take your time. Again, don't be afraid to use smaller needles for end pieces like this so you can really end things nicely. All right. So, JJ, send me in some more pieces next time if you do another piece, and just do everything you can to kind of get the glare off of there. You know, don't glossy it up before you take photos. Dry it out. Get it dry and then take a photo. Less for light to bounce off of. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be raised, Kyle. Yeah. Heareth, JJ says it is heareth. It means homesickness or missing someone. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Again, JJ, not bad, man. Not bad. It's a little punched in there. But like others said, it's not going to run away on you. That sucker's going to be there. and you can always go back in and do whatever you want to do with it later on. But yep. Hey man, I've been tattooing about 6 months. Knife and eagle were fresh. Scorpion healed 3 months. Please let me know where I can improve. Tattooing 6 months. Knife and eagle were fresh. Knife and eagle were fresh. Knife, okay. Eagle, better. Scorpion, healed. Well, again, healed black and gray is the best because it definitely hides some of the imperfections in the lines and whatnot. So that's why here we look at this and we go, overall it's good. But you can definitely see where some we get a little bit of hazing, needle winning a little bit thick or whatnot. A little bit of white here and there from depth. But overall, not bad. I think it's kind of funny how we have like this flower pot head coming out. Then you can see a bit more of the imperfection and line work here and there, but it's not bad. The dot work isn't bad either. I would say try to get a little bit more sharp with that dot work because it kind of just feels like there's dots all over and there's no like scale in the dotting, where some of these we have a bit more dotting here, a little darker here, and then we fade out. But some of them are just kind of just some dots, and we don't really get this dimensional feel from the dots. That's just my 2 pennies on that. Yeah, good that they're on yourself as well. This one's not bad. I actually like the line work better in this one of the 3 after a quick glance at them. Sure, there are some little things here and there, but you are learning. The black is very solid throughout here, and you have a bit of a gradation, a quick transition throughout. Not bad. Yeah, a couple lines a little thicker because we had to go back over them, but not bad piece. Not a bad practice piece on yourself, which is where you want to be. Of course, you chose a very difficult piece here. We have nothing but lines. There's one that runs straight down and then a curved one here, which you're not setting yourself up for any kind of success by doing this because obviously if it's off a little bit, it's very noticeable, and it's noticeable. And again, we also have what appears to be a lack of depth and maybe the wrong needle choice for the eyes. So a lot of this one just not quite there. I do like the handle. I like this little bit of whip out you have from the dark there. So yeah, a lot of potential here. A lot of potential, Josh. Definitely can see the potential. Don't quit. Keep moving at it. And the size that you're doing is decent. It's right, a little bit bigger than maybe it suggests, but it's not like humongous. It's not, completely tiny. So I think you're moving in a good direction, Josh. So good on you, man. Look forward to seeing more as you progress, man. Okay, boy. Let's see. I'm taking this to Macaulay. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, give the stream a like. We'd much appreciate it. We are trying to shoot for 100. We're at 63. We need a few more. But the best you can do to help out is to share this stream with somebody. I don't care who it is. Help them out. Information is being shared here. Again, we get a lot of questions that I answer all the time here in these live streams. So if you know somebody or you're in a group, maybe these live streams could help them out. They got questions, So anyhow, Young Rev. Hey, Dave, I've been tattooing about 9 months now. I'd love some critiques from you. I've studied and learned a lot from your channel. Thanks for all that information. Also, guys, I'm sure you already are, but there are a lot of other fantastic YouTube channels out there. It's been a while since I've really gone out and looked at them, but about a year ago, there were quite a few, and I encourage you guys to broaden your horizons, check out different people, because different people got different ideas, different thoughts, different ways of doing things that you can pick up information from all sorts of places and people. So make sure you do that and subscribe to their channels, share love with. All right, enough blabbing out of the way. Let's take a look at this piece here. Yeah, it's not a bad piece, right? Especially from out here, it's not a bad piece. It's like, oh, okay, cool. But what I'd like to see here is I'd like to see it a bit cleaner, right? It's a bit sloppy, right? The shading throughout here, around here, it's just kind of like it's in there, no doubt about it, but it's kind of a lot of the same shade or pretty close to it. And we're left with kind of, it's breathable, but we could have popped some black in some spots. We could have sold a lot more depth in some areas. Again, it's not a bad piece. It's just that I feel like it had a lot more potential than what you gave it. And maybe that's just an experience level and learning from it. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Yep. And here we go on this one. Circles are a son of a gun. They're not bad throughout here. You know what I mean? They're wobble here and there, but circles suck. We've seen this style of tattoo a lot. And this one's all right. But again, I think it suffers from a lack of solid black. Solid black is going to make everything else pop. Don't just splatter it everywhere. But if you put it in the right spots, it can help push things forward. It can make your highlights look even more bright. And the right amount of black means, in a lot of ways, you don't really need white. White can be put in just a few very smartly put spots. So again, some solid black. But it's not bad, right? The work you're doing is not bad at all. It just needs a little bit more tender loving care, right? I don't know about this one. I'm not the biggest fan. I mean, it's on dark skin, so you had to go dark with it. But it just kind of looks a little bit beat up in some of these areas. Get in and get out. You don't want to overwork dark skin. If you spend too much time in it, you're going to burn it, scar it up. So, yeah. But anyhow, overall, Young Rev, doing pretty good. Just take your time, slow down. Maybe in the planning process, the prior to tattooing it process, you spend a little extra time and think about where you want to put certain dark spots, where you want to put your light spots. So anyhow. Alrighty. Catherine, it's my birthday? Well, happy birthday, Catherine. I hope that we're nice to you because it's your birthday. Hi, I'm so excited to share some recent work with you. Today's my birthday. I've reached my 1 year mark, and it's awesome. So you started a year ago? You started on your birthday a year ago? Somebody got you some tattoo stuff a year ago? Let's see what we got here. Drop Dead. Right on. You know what? This is not too bad. The Dead is probably my favorite of the two. The lining is pretty decent. You know, I mean, that's a large letters, a lot of open lines. And I know it can be done cleaner, but I'm judging off of what you've told me. And yeah, I don't mind it. Plus, that's an area you really got to get a good stretch in there, right? Let's go over here and take a look at this one. This one's not bad either. I think some of these points could be a little smoother. You do show a little bit more. Good Lord, excuse me. A little bit more of that, but overall, not bad. I like that you lined. I can see where you've lined it up. You try to get everything nice and centered. Good job. Oh, did you try to do one of those glitter tattoos? Glitter tattoos, yeah. I know we're pretty close, zoomed into this maybe. I don't know. I'm having a hard time figuring about size on this. Not bad. Not bad. I'd like to see it healed. I know a lot of these glitter tattoos do heal quite nicely because they are dots. You're putting a dot of color in there. The dot is going to hold quite strong. So, yeah, not bad here. Lines look okay where I can see them. Black is saturated pretty decently. There's some things I think in the design section that I'm not a big fan of, but overall not bad. Hey, I think this looks good. I really do. It's clean, it's simple, but it's done well. We've got the bold lines around the outside that look crisp, that look clean. Inside, also same thing. You even pack some white in here. We got a little bit of like dotty sort of pink for whatever this is here. Yeah. Good God, what the heck? I swallow a bug or something? I gotta get a kid's juice over here. But yeah, nice job. And it's your birthday, so thank God I didn't have to tell you something horrible. Happy birthday, Catherine, and keep at it. Looking good. 1 year in. Doing all right. Doing all right. Okay. Next up is Tommy. Look, guys, we got probably about, oh, geez, hidden thing. Probably about a half an hour left. Sorry, reading the comment. So yeah, anyhow, moving along. Tommy is up next. Tommy, my name's Tommy. I tattoo out of Black Oak in Boca Raton. I've been tattooing for 6 months. Here's a couple I've done recently. Hey, this looks nice, man. It really does. I like the color choices. I do like the color choices. What I personally am not a huge fan of, and I've done this, the reason why I'm telling you is because I've done pretty much no outline tattoos. And while they heal okay, and some of them have only been done a couple years, they already kind of start to lose their fade. They start to fade out just a little bit, and they get lost. They just miss that readability that they get from just a little bit of an outline. And if you would have taken that thin, which you have in some places, that same thin liner, and really went around all these spots here, the whole thing, gently, carefully, thin line, this will last and read much longer, for much better, for much longer. But I like your color choices in this. Overall, looks pretty good. Saturation's all right. So nice job. Ooh, I love the soft black and gray here. The photo's kind of poopy in that it's kind of glitchy as far as you can't really get crispness out of the photo or that I'm looking at, but it looks clean. It really does. I like the soft shading we have throughout here with the solid black in smart places to really make this readable. So those are the two. Yep, nice job, Tommy. All right, Mark, you are up next. I got to take a swig of a child huggy. All right. Please see below. I'm doing now 6 months. Regards, Mark. All right, Mark. You sent in a lot, so I'm going to move fast. All right, fake skin hand. Hand looks a little funky. These fingers back here are not looking. I don't know what's up with that pinky right there. It's like, but some good stuff happening here. The fake skin you're using looks to be a decent fake skin. I lied. This is not a good fake skin. This quality of fake skin sucks, and that's probably why the quality that you're getting is not what you're looking for. But you are packing in some black here, and we can read this. I'm not sure what this maybe is your first attempt in shading. Again, a lot of people try to jump into these statues right off the bat. Good, get it out of your system, but then try to hone yourself back and work on some other stuff. I like this because it has solid black, but it's lacking everywhere else. This is kind of cool from a textural point of view. Got a lot of texture, but very hard to read. The color you have in the eye is really kind of confusing. Again, using a very thin, cheap fake skin. I get it. They come with everything. They are cheap, but try to find yourself a better fake skin. Try a brand like Real Skin. I really do like Real Skin. Pound of Flesh is good as well. It's a bit more pricey. And there's True Skin as well. These hands are a big improvement from the other stuff we have seen. Again, this one suffers from, I think, just black in some spots. Give it a little bit more depth. But the veins are okay, things like that. So improvement here. And this looks like, yep, this is a different brand of fake skin, which probably helped you out big time. You're trying to put white in fake skin. It never goes the way you want it to go. And sometimes in Real Skin, without proper practice and whatnot, putting white in human skin, it can be difficult as well. This also suffers from a lack of a line. We're probably going to want a little bit more of a line around these eyes, or they're going to fade out over time. Again, there's a lot here, so we're just kind of skimming through it. This feather is lacking. The line work is a little bit rough, and it needs a bit more solid black throughout. Okay. There's just too much here. Okay, now this one is a bit better here. We have solid black behind here, pushing the rose forward, which is cool. White highlights in, decent spots. Shading's all right, so there's definite improvement there. This one is, depends on who you talk to. I like it and dislike it all at the same time. I like the use of color throughout here. This is an interesting practice that you're trying there. Overall, you've done a lot of stuff, Mark. Keep pushing, keep moving in that direction. Stay on that good quality fake skin, and it could be all right. All right. Guys, if you're watching, give the stream a like, jump into the chat, have a conversation, share your Facebook accounts and Instagram accounts with everybody else so everybody can kind of follow each other's journeys, because really, that's it. Hey, Dave, I've been tattooing about 4 months now. This is a recent tattoo that I did of Pennywise. I did this tattoo on my own leg, so this was a hard piece to execute upside down. Thanks. Yeah, of course. Anytime you tattoo something on your thigh or whatnot, upside down is the way it goes. All right, let's see. Okay. Well, I like this section right here. This also suffers from a lack of lining. Because you can put a thin line here and then shade off that line. So you don't feel like you just, I don't want to put a line there because it has no lines. Well, you can put a thin line and then try to disguise that line smoothly, shading, right? So, yeah, this portion right here is not too bad. I think it's everywhere else that kind of just falls short for me, personally. The eye is drawn right here, but then we have this chunk of black over here, which is distracting, a chunk of black here, and there's not enough black throughout, in my opinion, to carry this piece along. But for going upside down for what you did, it's not too bad. I would definitely go back in this and work it a little bit more. Look at your reference, maybe bump the contrast up on your reference to try to find those spots that you can carry some heavier black throughout, because this lightness around the flower, around the hair is it's gonna fade over time. So let's see, is that it? All right, so is that, Tyler? I hope that helps you out. Ruben, I feel overwhelmed. Not sure what that's in regards to. Sorry, buddy. Oh, I just don't know how to start. Okay, you guys, he's talking about stuff. It looks like Ruben's having a hard time trying to figure out where to go in the tattooing, where to begin, where to move towards. Do you critique my tattoos already? Crystal, I don't know if I've critiqued your work already. Just been boogieing one email after another. All right. And this person asks, is only people from USA or from other part of the world can send some works? Big thanks. Of course, man. Anybody. Send in your work. I don't know that we're going to get to it in time, though. There's already quite a few, but turn your notifications on, and maybe, just maybe, YouTube might notify you when we go live. So, yeah. Portugal, absolutely, guys. Send in your work from wherever you are at. We might not have time in today's stream, but we hopefully will in the future. So when you see us go live, when you see on Sundays, we always go live at about 5:30 p.m. And then someday during the week, I try to go live as well. When you see us go live, send your work to the email scrolling at the bottom of the screen, artmesomething@gmail.com, and I'll go in order from first come, first serve, checking out your work, giving my 2 pennies worth of information as we go. All right, so questions out of the way. Guys, if you want to follow me at the bottom of the screen down here, DaveInks.88 on Instagram or Facebook, Death Punch Inc. So, all right. So we already did this one, right? Yes, we did. So now we're on Raphael Lara. Hi, bro. I've been tattooing for 6 months now. Here's my work. See where I can improve. Again, I don't necessarily know if I'm telling people where they can improve. I'm just looking at it, telling them yes, no, maybe. I don't know. 2 pennies of thoughts. I like this piece. I really do. I like how you've gotten the realisticness. Stupid fly. There's always one. In the hat, the little drop shadow from that, whatever you want to call it, running across there. I think overall this is a nice looking piece. I've never been a fan of the money roses and all that, but that has nothing to do with you at all. Just me. I get tired of seeing them. People slap these money things on everything. It's like, why? Get some originality, please. But nonetheless, this looks good, man. Fantastic job. And now on real human skin, this is a clean looking Dalton. Yes, clean. Looks good, crisp. I don't think that it's overworked in any way. Sometimes photos can lie to you at times, give you little shimmers of white and whatnot. But no, this looks good. Nice job, Raphael. Nice job. I don't really have anything to tell you other than obviously script to script. The line work looks pretty decent. So when you go to do something else, just try to keep it small if you're doing something other than like a lining, right? Because I see a real skin piece. If you're going to do more real skin, try to be smart and keep it a bit smaller. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Aluminium. Hand poke. All right, hand poke. All right, it's a lot to read here. Oh, jeez. But from New Zealand, invested in machine tattoo, hand poke equipment, intense ink. I started tattooing hand poke. Blah, blah, blah. Can't tattoo other people unless I do myself. So I know that. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading it real quick. So I decided to let my leg. No practice, symbols, bomb 3 months ago, let it heal, and did the swing symbol for respawn. Okay, well, this is what they've done. They practiced on themselves so that they can know how it feels and everything before they go on somebody else. This is hand poked. I don't do hand poke. I don't know much about hand poke, but I will say I've seen some people do some hand poke, just short amounts of it, and they are literally hand poking the line, dot, dot, dot. They draw a line and they poke every dot on that line. Maybe you did that here, but from what it looks like we're just kind of filling in the area. So we put the stencil down, and then you're just poking until the entire area is black, I guess, because it doesn't look like we poked a line. If we poked a line, there'd be a dot, a dot, a dot, a dot all the way through this. And I don't really see that. So I don't really know how to judge this. I'm very sorry. I don't know. I don't really know anything about hand poke. It looks cool, though. I mean, I'd say from here, it's like, yeah, that looks cool. I don't hate it or anything. I'm just sorry to you that I don't know enough about hand poking to point you in any sort of direction. All right. So unfortunately, I got to move on. All right, Louise. Cool lights in the background, Louise. Ooh, Louise, this is not good, Louise. This is not that great either. It's better, but it's not saying a ton, all right? You know, you got to work on your lines, man. Definitely got to work on them. You see it here. Look at these eyelashes. Every eyelash should be, you should be taking your time on them, getting them the way you want them to be. The eye is kind of loopy. The red is kind of not packed very solid. These birds up here, same thing. It just has a real, I don't know, rough look to it. I think it can go. I mean, you can definitely fix this down the road, smooth this out. But no, I don't think it's quite there, man. I would continue to work on smaller pieces like this until this kind of thing is clean, till this is crisp, till the stuff you're doing here is right. Then maybe jump onto something here, right? All right, well, I can't look at that, whatever that is. So hopefully that helps you out, Louise. Philip, oh my gosh, sound like 45 pictures. Okay. Guys, give the stream a like. Subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want to know when we go live. Philip, hey, man, I'm watching your stream right now. Well, thanks, Philip. I'm pretty curious, what would you say about my latest tats? Sorry for the quality, begin best, by the way. I did only like 20 tattoos for now. I firmly practice on fake skin. I went straight on my friends. Contradicting, I will say. I firmly practice on fake skin. That doesn't make sense, but then you went straight to your friends, but okay. Okay. I don't really know what it is. Looks like maybe a dude of some kind touching a tree. I don't know what the heck it is. What is this, guys? What is this? I'm not saying it's bad. It's, it's all right. I don't really have any. Yeah, this is not bad either. Okay. Solid black put in there. Lines look good. The points look crisp. This is a nice one. I don't know. Okay, at least you're doing small pieces, man. Somebody's listening. Good. The lines could still need a little bit of help. There's a few over here that look real nice, but there are a few that we want them to be as consistent as possible. This is all right as well. Some of these lines are a little faint, but you know what? It's somewhat consistent. I don't mind this one either. These ears look pretty clean, you know, for the most part, not too bad. Barbed wire across the chest, also okay. Line work is not too bad. Some of these are pretty funny. Yeah, all right, sure. I don't know exactly. Nice. Pikachu looks pretty clean. Yeah, so overall, I'd say, Philip, what you're doing is smart. I don't know what you mean by you firmly practice on fake skin and all that. Um, but overall, I think it's all right. Some of the imagery is strange and confusing, but like 70% of it is right. And so that tells me as a whole, you're moving in the right direction. The line weight and consistency is improving. So continue to do small tattoos like this. Continue to work on it till that lining is nice and crisp, and maybe introduce a little bit more. Try not to get big as far as tattoo size-wise goes. That tends to have be an issue for a lot of people. So anyhow, let's see. What do we got? It's black metal album cover. See, okay, so see that's I just didn't know that. Figure it had to be something. Let's see. What else do you say, Philip? Just real quick. All right, I think that's it. Somebody's talking about not having a stencil. David here. Hi, Dave. Thank you for being my mentor without knowing it. You the man. Well, you're very welcome, my friend. Very welcome. I appreciate you being here, and I'm glad that we can help in some way. So here we go. We're on to Nay. Nay Tattoos. Name's Nate. Been tattooing about a year. Skull is hand poked. Fish is done with the machine. Okay, it's got another hand poke. So which one is? Skull is hand poked. Skull is hand poked. Huh. Well, it's healed as well because there's some blowouts in here as well. For some reason, it looks like it's embroidered onto your skin. I think that's the intensity at which the white was poked into your skin. It kind of has an embroidered look. That red is pretty solid. Again, I don't know much about hand poke, but you know what? It's probably one of the better hand pokes I've seen. I've not seen a lot of hand poke tattoos. You do have a lot of blowouts throughout this around here, okay? So you're probably putting the ink in a little bit too deep, but ooh. Well, the hand poke looked better. Oh, man. All right. Don't put this don't put this black all the way around here. It really takes away from anything that you have going on in this fish. In the fish, the lining is not good. The lining is rough everywhere on this, all right? It's wiggly, wobbly, not consistent. The color is very patchy, right? So we had some yellow here, none there, you know. Orange is a little bit better, but extremely patchy as well. I don't know. I'm not liking this one at all. And the black around, boy, that just looks beat. Ugh. I don't know. Excuse me. Practice this on some fake skin, please. Before you do this, make sure practice it 14 times if you have to. Till that stinking fish is so nice looking. Yeah, and then go to your skin. But no, this is not good. The hand poke one, better. But take that for what it is, Nay. Yeah. Luis, tattooing for a year. What do you think I can improve on? I don't know. Let's take a look. Well, hard to tell in this photo because photos are tricky sometimes. If these lines are a little beat or if that's just the photo. But I do, if those lines are all right, then I think it looks nice. Let's see, what do we got here? Nice glare. The line work is pretty nice. I really do actually think these lines are crisp, consistent throughout. I think that you're just going to have to spend some time working on your shading. Work on your shading a bit because especially up here in the dove, it just looks a little bit cartoonish, and I don't know that was the style you're going for. And this, the fading out, if you could fade this black around the dove down into this, it wouldn't feel so much like it's just kind of like stuck there. So anyhow, as a whole, not bad. This looks pretty cool. The lighting is a little hard to see, to read, but it is cool. A little bit of the white there popping out. Looks like it might be unfinished unless we're leaving the hair like that. But overall, not bad. While it is dark, I think you have enough black in it. Maybe push a little bit more black in the back where it's already dark, so it pushes like the hand forward more so it doesn't get lost. All right, this is a little, like I said, your shading. I would start to work on your shading because your line work is quite decent. You know, is it perfect? No, but it's at that point where you can move forward and start focusing on other things, and the line work will catch up and improve as you move along because the shading's falling flat here. And I think that's from a lack of contrast in your shades or a lack of, I don't know, dimension, if you will. All right. So here we kind of suffer from the same thing. Lines again looking pretty good. We got these long lines going around the outside. I like the you know, the work in the neck and in the jacket. This is some nicer shading over here on this side of the jacket or whatever. A little bit in the nose, but yeah, maybe try to work in some of those lighter tones so you can give a little bit of coverage on this. But overall, I think it looks pretty decent, man. So definitely moving in a good direction, Louise. And shading, I'd say work on your shading. Oh man, I literally get talking constantly for an hour and 36 minutes. How are we doing, guys? How are we doing? We are, oh man, we're getting there. We got a few more to go. I don't know if we're gonna make it through all of them, but we're certainly gonna try our best. Guys, give this stream a like for my esophagus because it is getting dry. All right, we're moving on. Here we go. Oh, hey man, I've been tattooing for about a year. Here's just some work I've done. All right, 1 year. Hey, that looks pretty clean. We've seen this type of piece before in the past. Not bad. I'm not sure what the reference looks like, if the face is supposed to be like this, like that kind of cartoony look or whatever's going on. I'm going to assume it is. I like the hair in this piece. The lining looks relatively, for the most part, consistent. You can see we went over the jaw a little bit more. And this area right here is a little bit lighter. A few lighter spots. But again, that blend from black to skin tone is pretty decent. Same here. Lining is not bad. A few spots that we need a little bit more work with up in these leaves here. But overall, again, we're getting a nice whip shade here. The whip shade is really on point, in my opinion. Nice black here as we come out. So the shading is looking nice. I like this butterfly. Obviously, in fake skin, trying to saturate black purely, it gets kind of patchy like this. So, but again, the lines are decent. The whip out's nice. Is this red? I'm guessing. We literally tattooed this in red. I don't know how many tattoos you've actually done on skin, but in the beginning, try to stick with something a bit more simplistic, which would be a black ink and not a red ink, because it just makes it a little bit more difficult. But I think you did all right here. All right. Not bad, right? I would say, okay, all right, fair enough. So let's see some more down the road, man. So far, so good. Aaron the Dragon, probably Slayer, right? Yes, Aaron the Dragon Slayer. All right, been tattooing for 1 year. Did the watercolor piece an hour after watching your video. Well, I hope it turned out. It helped a lot, and it was fun to do. That's awesome to hear. It was an existing tattoo that I made color. Thanks for all your help, bro. Sweet, dude. Oh, dude, that looks sick. I really like it. I really, really do. Because, and I like how you did the watercolor here. The watercolor piece in that video was, it was like very, not like a watercolor in the sense that it looks like watercolors falling and splattering. You know what I mean? It wasn't that kind. It was literally watercolor with water in it, right? And you've achieved that here. I see the different, you get the darker bits here, and it kind of lightens out into water. It is or lightens out, waters out a little bit. And you can do this with full on color. You can do this with Instead of adding water, you could use a deep green here and then save your lightest green for here where it blends into the lightest pink and then the darkest pink. So you don't have to use water to get a watercolor effect. I was just showing people in that particular video the watercolor effect and how it works. And then your brain can go crazy with it and do all the stuff you want, this was different from what I did. And I thought that's really cool. So all that blabbering along. So yeah, nice job, man. I think overall adding that watercolor behind it really changed it big time. It's less, you don't really see as much of the, like over here where we had, rough lineage. I like this. I've never seen a butterfly like this, actually. It usually always has all the little lines throughout it. And I like the color choice in this. I like how you did it. The black in it is saturated well. I like this piece. Yeah, nice job. All right, big improvements. Oh, excuse me. Big improvements, Aaron, overall. All right. Yeah. The lining is much better than we've seen in the past from you. Obviously, it could still use a little help, but you know what? There's a lot of lines in here, a lot of things going on. I can't really tell exactly what this is going to be. I see we got the old whatever you want to call it. So birds coming up. This is going to be cool. I'd love to see this one colored in. Let's see. Footprints. Yeah, these paw prints are nice. Yeah, some of them might be a little, lines might be deep. I'm going to look at this one. This one right here looks nice. The lines are consistent, smooth for the most part. We got a nice blend shade on that. Nice job, man. Oh, all right. So the lining is still rough. I do remember you sending us this one in, and I remember thinking, oh, yeah, the lines in some spots are just a little shaky, a little rough, in and out, depth issues. With the shading, it helps it out a lot, but they still do shine through. But again, you can't, that was something you did in the past. I do really like that you're shading and where that's going. Yep, so keep moving in that direction. Nice job, Aaron. Thanks for letting us take a look at that. Yeah, Grim Reaper smoke. I think that is what it's going to be. Grim Reaper, something like that. All right. I'm getting a bit tired here, guys, so we're going to go for another 10, 15 minutes tops. Give my voice box a break. This was something I was able to do on a client. I've been practicing a lot on fake skin with my mentors and would like more pointers and direction. All right, let's okay. All right. Definitely see a bit of a blowout in a couple of spots. You might be getting a little heavy with your hand here. Might be chewing up a little bit more skin. Not necessarily like it's going so deep it's blowing it all out, but you might be running your machine a little bit too fast for the rate at which you're moving your hand. Okay, over here, I like some of this shading in this flower. These petals throughout here, I like a lot of the shading. I think a little bit more black would serve this one a bit more. Just a little bit more intense black and a lot of these depths, and like you did over here. Bam, a little bit more, man. Don't be afraid. Black that whole section out. Screw it. Boom. Black that out. Put some solid blacks in there. All right. Much better here too. The lining, it's hit or miss in a lot of places, but you're using a rough fake skin here. This is that really thin stuff. Poor quality. All right, now we're doing a little guy, a circle, tough. It's not bad. Again, it's not bad. The line consistency, the saturation of that line is pretty good. We don't have what appears to be a line that's slightly missing with a line that's in there. With the depth's probably all right. It's just trying to get that smooth, pull out, back in, connecting lines. So anyhow, as a whole, I don't really necessarily, I would say if you're going to work on fake skin, get better fake skin. It's crap. It sucks. Not going to do you any favors whatsoever. And get a little bit more comfortable pulling lines, moving your hand or whatnot, but you're not doing bad. Okay. All right. Gabriel. Gabriel. Some of these, I don't know. I love your videos. I've been tattooing a year on the zombie pirate. I've been tattooing a year. Or the zombie pirate is a tattoo I did on myself. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, this I don't mind this. The color is very bold. Yeah, I like this piece actually. I think that's a spider there. We can't really see it because of the glare. It's not like my favorite piece, period, but it's cool, and I think it's cool. I think it's done all right. I also think that this is cool as well. I think that what you suffer from is just getting a good photo. But even through this, I can see that it looks to be done pretty well. The color seems to be saturated all right. It's a simple tattoo, but it's done all right. Oh, this is a cover-up. Okay, okay. Yep. Line work, not too bad. Might be a little heavy, but not too bad. Color on the inside, sure. Sure, it works. It works. Could be done. And, you know, I saw this one from the little thing up top, and I was like, uh-oh. So I didn't think it was going to look that good, but I do kind of like it. I think this was a similar reference. No, it's not actually. Okay, it might be a similar reference to this one I did a while back, but I like how you did it with the yellow around here. It's simple, right? It's not a lot. Some of these lines are a little bit blown out here and there, but I think it's cool still. I like that bold color look. That's just me. Interesting. I don't know if you did this face thing back here, the skull face. Not a big fan of that. And this flower's okay. I think it's just actually a little bit too dark. It gets a little too lost. The purple behind it, I think it does kind of help it a little bit maybe, but I'm not the biggest fan of that one. And this isn't too bad. I don't know if you were trying to go for a traditional look. If that's the case, it doesn't have that traditional feel at all. The lines around here are a little rough. I'm hoping this is one of the older ones and you've progressed on from here. But nonetheless, Gabriel, nice job, man. Keep at it. All right. Next, we have anatomic. I don't know. This is my third practice tattoo. Let's see, Gabriel. I did the skull. Yeah, I didn't think you did the skull, Gabriel. It didn't look like something you would have done there looking at your other work. Hey, this looks pretty good there. Oh, I can't pronounce your name. These burps are killing me. So this is the third piece you've practiced on. It looks like you were using the mass tour or whatnot. Yeah, this is not bad. I don't mind this. I don't see any lines really, so I would try to, if you're not, if you're leaning towards that realistic style, I would still practice line work because you're going to want to have that in your bag of tricks moving forward. I do see a line right here, and it looks pretty good. Whether it was smartly scratched in or not, it does look smooth. We have different variations in our grays here. Overall, not bad at all for your third piece on fake skin. Keep moving in that direction. It's Antonio. Oh, how did I not? Antonio. Then it's McCants. Is that it? Antonio McCants? Well, Antonio, I'm glad we got to your piece, and it's nicely done, okay? Again, the only thing I'm really going to say is if you haven't yet tuned work on your lines, that way you have that again. Nice job. And it works because this needs this sort of textury bits it has, and it has a bit of that. And it has solid black to hold it down, so nice job. All right, Tatted Smurf, you're up next. I've been tattooing 25 years. Coil machine, just banger size pieces. I was born with tar syndrome, so weight of coil heavy as shit. I just switched to pen 3 years ago. Here what I tattooed on family so far-ish. Okay, so these are with a pen machine then. Yeah, okay, not bad. I like the bold style lines around the outside. We got a little rope going on here. The shading inside looks fine. It's a nice little banger, man. Simple piece here. I mean, that's not very big. I mean, you're talking about like this big. And for that size on the hand, it's got to be laid in kind of harshly. And it was. And I think it's not overly harsh. I think it's where it should be, I think. A little bit of color in there. Yep, not bad. This one looks a little harsh. We can see a bit right here. Maybe put in a little bit heavy. Those might scar. I mean, you'll know. You'll know. Let's see here. Yeah, this isn't too bad. I guess I don't know what the reference looks like. Clearly, this is some sort of a face here. The lines going down aren't too bad. Maybe a couple blowouts up there. It's hard to see. This is nice. Yeah, I like this. Yep, I like the style, actually, and the way it was colored in. It's a fun-looking tattoo. That's a fun one. Yeah. All right, Tatted Smurf, not too bad. I would just be careful. It looks like this one says the lines are perfectly put in. But over here, there's a few that might have been put in a little harshly. It depends on the location, though, you know. Sometimes it's harder than it looks. Thanks for sending those in, man. And thanks for being in the chat, dude. Appreciate it. Read up on TAR syndrome. I have no idea what TAR syndrome is. I have no idea. Maybe I'll get the opportunity to check into that. Maybe I should. But yeah, I don't know what TAR syndrome is. If somebody does, let us know. She shouldn't say that's okay. Sorry, just kind of skimming through briefly the comments or the chat. I didn't say anything crazy other than to look into TAR syndrome. I have no idea what that is. Okay. Matt Clapper. All right, some fake skin here. Yeah, not bad. Sure. Lines look okay. It's hard to see through some of the purple at times. Got a bit of some thicker lines here. All right. Yeah, not bad. Piece of practice. Not too bad. We got a lot of different things happening here. Again, it's hard to really see any one sort of thing. But, yeah, keep doing stuff like this, man. There's only so much you can say about some stuff. It's just like, all right, good to go. Let's see. JYM, there's an email scrolling at the bottom of the screen, artmesomething@gmail.com. You send your work there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get to your work because I only have about 9 more minutes and like 15 more emails, and I'm not going to be able to get through all of them. But subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have notifications turned on so that when I go live, there's a chance YouTube might send you a notification that says, hey, this person's going live. You can jump over. If you have a chance, maybe just you're at work real quick. And you're like, oh, crap, I got to work. Let me just send my email in. Boom. Comes in time. I can look at it. You can come back and watch it later after work or something, you know. So that's kind of the way I'm doing it here because there's a lot of emails, a lot to go through. So I want to credit the people who are here. So anyhow, I wish all of you guys' work could get reviewed. All right, so real quick, just because Smoke must have some experience with this, he's telling us, I'm pretty sure you're referring to the TAR syndrome. Present at birth. It is characterized by low levels of platelets in the blood and absence of the long, thin bones of the forearm. Wow. Holy cow. So that makes things insanely different. All right, so I get it now. The man's behind because of this TAR syndrome. I get it. That's why Smoke was immediately like, no, that's good. I know what he's going through. That's some good stuff considering what he's going through. Thanks, Smoke. I hope that maybe I guess we all learned something there. All right. Did this Eagle in Rose when I was back home on leave from School of Infantry West. Well, right on, man. Learned a lot from it and was definitely happy I did it. Don't think it came out too bad. Gonna go practice running lines religiously doing the real skin though. GG Dave, what you do is dope. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. And I like what you said there. You did this tattoo. You learned a lot from it. Now you're gonna go back and just practice lines, man, until you feel really, really good at it and then move forward. All right, but let's take a look at what we got. All right, so you did the Eagle in Rose. Yeah, definitely going to practice those lines, man. Definitely, because there are some spots here, like up here in the face or right around here. It's like, all right, yeah, I see you pulled that line. That looks pretty good. That looks all right. And look, it gets rough back here. And down here, it just kind of looks like a scribble. Like we're just come on, get the hell into the skin, right? Got to stretch the skin as tight as you can get it. Pulling your hand this way, pulling your hand this way. This is the machine you're holding, and you're stretching out as best you can, right? Because that's, you want that needle to go in, run that line, and get out of there. Obviously, also in packing of that color, some spots look all right. Like there's a bit of black back here, but I think that also it's going to need a little practice. But start with those lines. Like you said, you already know. You're kind of happy with it. And it's like, yeah, it's on your leg. It's there. It doesn't look like horrible or anything. But it also doesn't look that good either, okay? So definitely practice those lines. And that shading and whatnot, that will come later. Work on those lines. But, hey, thank you for your service, my friend. Appreciate that. All right. Let's see. Hey, thanks, Colin. I appreciate that. Colin said, every once in a while I glance over at the chat. Hey, man, love your videos. They're generous. Genuinely been a godsend. Hope you have a great day, man. Thank you. I hope I have a great day as well. I hope you have a great day. It is a random Tuesday, so it's hard to say. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything. All right. Hi, I'm Simon from Poland. I started tattooing last year, and here is some of my tattoos. I'm using a Cheyenne Thunder and Hawk and Quadrant cartridges. Cheyenne Thunder and Hawk. All right, let's take a look what we got. I like this one. I really do. Oh, gosh, I'm pretty far zoomed in here now, too. And I like it. It has that style, that sort of legitimately meant to look sketch style. And I like it. I like it. Even a little bit of shading in it. Simple, but I like it. I like it. Oh, here's another one in this similar format. Now, I am starting to see maybe, excuse me, some of the lines aren't quite saturated, and I'm not sure if that's intentional or whatnot. Sorry, my nose is tickling me. I have no idea why. As you can see here, it's like thick, thin little line. I don't know if that's because you're running around shader, and the angle at which you're running it, you're catching a big line here and a thin line on the outside. Not really sure, or that's intentional. I don't know. But as a whole, this one is also in the same style, and it's not bad. What do we got here? All right. Lining isn't bad. There's a few spots, up around the head and whatnot. But overall, I'd say the lining's okay. We got what looks to be like a dot style, maybe stimply, but it looks a little bit more on the dot side of things. I wish there was a little bit more contrast in this piece. If this is going to be black up here in the glove, then really saturate that black and have it fade out. We have fight, which kind of gets lost in there a little bit because, it just kind of gets lost, especially the F. Maybe a little bit more black down and around over here. There's some spots we could put a little bit more saturation. This is a cool little dinosaur. I do like the dinosaur. I'm a sucker for a dinosaur. My kids love dinosaurs, so nice job, though. So anyway, overall, thank you for letting me check those out. All right, here we go. Phil, you are up next. I'm Phil from Germany. I was showing you my skull on the leg some weeks ago. There is healed picture 2. I'm 11 months in tattooing now. Here is a recent tattoo I am working on. The drawing is fully out of my head. Happy to hear what you think. All right. Well, I don't know where we're at. Let's take a look at this one. Ah, yes. Yeah, I like it. I like this skull, man. I really do. And I like how it fades off. It has enough texture in it, not a ton, but it's enough to make this piece work. I like it. It's clean. It's kind of simple in its own way, but it works. I like it. That's cool. That's wild. I definitely like all the different levels of things happening, the depth you get on this one. Oh, and here we go. It's being tattooed. Oh, man. Sick. Just by seeing what I already see, man, this is going to be an awesome tattoo, dude. I can't wait to see it. Hopefully the next one shows another photo. Lines are pretty clean in this too, man. Doing good. Oh, this is your stencil. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's a readable stencil. I like what you're doing with the lines to give you a sense of what needs to be colored what. Sick, dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Good job, man. Good job. Let's take one look at this, Philip, when it's complete, because I can't wait to see it, dude. Nice job. I think you did. I think you killed it, Phil. I think you were killing it, Phil. All right, the kitty full. All right, 45 photos here. Ah, jeez. Started tattooing during the pandemic. Watched a lot of your videos. Thank you. I'd really appreciate your feedback. A lot of your videos have been blah, blah, blah. Tattooed myself and some close friends, family. I'd love to hear what you think about it. I don't get to tattoo as much as I'd like. I have some pretty bad carpal tunnel pain, so my hands go numb a lot. It makes it hard to tattoo, but I'm passionate. I get it. All right. I see this is a strawberry frog. And, the lines are, relatively consistent. This over here is a little bit thicker than this over here. But I think the problem is probably in the color packing. It's not quite saturated very well, so it's going to heal kind of light. All right. Well, going with this is not the smartest choice because you got all these circles. And what really pulls my eye is this down here. All right. It definitely is wonky. Not to say that it's all wonky. It's just that particular one. And then you have some shading in here, but it's not enough to really make anything happen. It's such a light amount of shading that we get no depth or feel or perspective in this piece. Okay. There are some nice lines, particularly these down here at the bottom right here. Nice. They're all consistent. They're consistent lines throughout. So once we get up to the top is where things get a little bit lost, right? So even these horns over here, they're missing a line here. This is kind of light throughout here. And the flowers at the top, it's like we used like a gray tone or something. I'm not sure. So something's happening. It's just not consistently happening. Same here. Do not do this to yourself. Why are you doing this to yourself? I don't know why people do this. Your line work is not consistent, right? And it happens. Mine had a time when it was not that consistent either. I pushed through it and things worked and whatnot, but I wasn't doing tattoos like this. You cannot mess this tattoo up. It has to be straight. It's an arrow. So the best thing I can suggest is be smart about your tattoo choices. If you're going to make tattoos, don't make them like this. Don't make an arrow tattoo because this is not, it's not the greatest. Now, someone, if they want to have this worked on, somebody has to fix it. Same thing here. Your lines, they're not bad. They're just on the cusp. They need more time, right? You need to refine them. And the shading is not there at all. So you're going to have to do your shading on fake skin or paper or something. Get comfortable using your machine to make shading in the skin because it keeps not working. I don't know if it's the photo or not, but this looks rough. I don't know why. This looks like it was really, something's not right about it. The lines aren't really there either. I don't know. Maybe we're moving in the backwards direction. Again, there's really not much to hide anything here. You've made some mistakes in your line work and you really can't do much about it because there's nothing around it to save you, This one I like a bit more. I like the skull at the bottom. I do. Most of the lines down here are somewhat consistent. Up here is where we get a lot more wiggle and wobbles. But luckily it's a cactus, so we can blame it on that, I suppose, right? All right. Again, the line work just needs a little bit more help. I mean, this area looks a little bit better than the rest. I'm going to say, slow down. Again, you've been tattooing for a little while, but I think the line work still needs help. The shading, don't even worry about that right now. Focus on your line work. That's going to be my suggestion, is just focus on your line work. Okay. Let's see. Anything we're missing? Oh, there you are. I didn't know you were in the chat. Didn't want you shading the cactus. No, the cactus, you don't need any shading the cactus. Cactus is fine. And I'm just going to suggest that you stay away from shading right now because You don't want to, and don't even color anything right now either. Maybe just lines in black. Lines in black, simple, as clean as possible. Get those lines crisp. So anyhow, Wally. All right, guys, I'm already going over because I want to try to get through some more here. Give the stream a like, please. I am now tattooing for little less than a year and 3 months. Apprentice in shop. Knife is the first I did at the shop. Okay, I'm now tattooing for little less than a year, 3 months in a shop. Okay, all right. The knife is the first I did in the shop. All right, so let's take a look. Yeah, man, not too bad. I'm not sure. Is one of these healed? This must be healed over here. And the healed one, we can kind of see that you may have scarred up the skin a little bit. And maybe it's still in the healing process. I'm not sure. But usually when you get this kind of like chunky effect, then it's a lot of times from, it just got hit a little too hard, right? But overall, I like it, right? Overall, I think it looks good. Just talking about the lines now. Oh, even better here. This one I like a lot. I like the black and then the little bit, just enough soft shading coming off of that black to give it the dimension that it needs, but still solid to hold it down. Nice job. Oh, look at this little bang. This is it. See, these are the size tattoos, and I know you've clearly done some larger things, and they look nice as well. But if you're just getting into tattooing, this is a tiny little tattoo. I don't really know how big, probably about yay big or so. Do tattoos like this, be like, hey, I'm going to do a small one. That way, if, gosh forbid, everything just goes to hell in a handbasket and they want to get it covered up, it's this big, right? And not half the freaking leg. So anyhow, beautiful, man. I really like this. It has a very nice, realistic feel. And it's like almost minimally done, right? We have a lot of black, which holds this thing down. And the proper amount of smooth shading throughout. I mean, you can see his stencil. You see this? Let himself know this is the brighter spot. This over here is going to be a little bit darker. This is a bit black. Your stencil's your roadmap. Lovely, man. I like this as well. Nice face. I think you have enough black in it to hold it down. See this little bit of lining around the nose. Just enough, maybe a little bit more, but you'll know over time. Because you want that tattoo to really. Oh, here we go. Now it's finished. Yep. And wouldn't you know it, it's a little bit darker through here, a little darker through here. Love it, man. Nice job. Nice little highlight on the hair. Killing it, dude. Wally, killing it, man. You must be in a good shop. They're treating you right. You're doing the right stuff, man. Good on you. What the heck? Somebody. What is this? I don't even know what this is. I don't know what that is, that symbol there. I'm not sure where you're from. From unknown Vivek. Please check my work. Vivek Divine at Tattoofication. All right. Well, we will check yours out. No doubt. No worries. Thank you for that. I'm not really sure still how these super chat things work. I'm still trying to learn. I don't know who that's to. I have no idea what that is. Anyhow, I'm still trying to figure stuff out. All right. So that is that. Did this person? I get confused when people send me super chat. I don't understand it. Where are you? Who are you? Unknown Vivek. Well, Vivek, I don't know. Are you one of these people here that I have left? Oh, you are right there. You're going to get seen. Don't worry. You're only 3 away. I got you. But thank you. I appreciate the 100. I don't know I don't know the translation. 100 of those things. So anyhow, we would no problem. Definitely going to get to you. And I thank you. All right. So here we go. Yeah, but see, they're not going to bump the line. They're right there. So luckily, you could have saved a few bucks. But I appreciate it. Just did this the other day on a family member. I've only done a handful of tattoos. I need to do another session to add texture. Just did this the other day on a family member. All right. Well, you know what? That's not too bad. As I zoom in, yeah, it's not too bad. Those lines look good. They look good. They look consistent. They look the same, throughout. The shading, not bad. It's nice and soft. When it heals, it's going to be even softer, blah, blah, blah. And I do see where you did try to put some depth down in some of these spots. It could use a little bit more, but overall, nice job, Jamie. Overall, nice job. I've only done a handful of tattoos. I need to do another session to add texture. Sure. Do another session and then send us that as well. But I think even if you just left it like this, they're going to have a decent looking tattoo on them for a while to come. So nice as a whole. Good job. All right. John does. All right, John, we got no information other than hi. Hi back to you, John. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, this is a tough location, and it looks like you tried to pack white. And what you may have done, and I'm not sure 100%, we'll have to wait and see, is scarred this, so it'll always have like this sort of reddish tint to it. I've done it too, and it sucks. I could be wrong, unless that's meant to be pink. Overall, it looks a little bit on the scratchier side, you know what I mean? It looks a little bit like, but not bad at the same time. It's always so hard to judge stuff because you want to be like, well, it's not perfect and this, that, and the other. But as a whole, it'll probably heal out and be a cool little tattoo. So it is what it is, John. So nonetheless, all right, Vivek. Again, super chats will not get you cut in line. We've had it in the past. It will not push you forward. So anyhow, sorry, 1 second, guys. My wife is messaging me. She asked me if I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm almost done. Just a couple more minutes. So this is your reminder, guys. Give the stream a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're at 89 likes. We're so close to 100. All right. Smoke says that equates to $1.25. Right. So you didn't even have to spend $1.25. I was going to get to your work. So here we go. You got a lot here. So maybe it's good you gave $1.25. And then YouTube will take 30% of that. My art when I was 15. Not bad, man. Not bad. 4 years ago from today. Cool, dude. Yeah. All right. Yes. Little color pencil work. I like it. It's looking good, man. I've never been the portrait color guy. There's so many tones in skin and whatnot, and the yellows and the under greens and the pinks and it's a lot. Oh, this looks nice. Nice line work. Smooth. 90% of it is really done nicely. I like this piece. I do. Again, the lining and the fundamentals are there. I think it just lacks contrast. So we can't really tell at what plane different things are at because it's kind of all contrasted the same. A bit of black, which we do have in the hair. You put it in the hair, just need a bit more in other places. Sometimes the black will take away from some of the details you think need to be there. But don't be afraid of it. Nice large anchor with the wrapping banner. The banner is nice and smoothly wrapped around this. The lines are about the only thing that stand out as, hey, maybe that's, so we got a bit thicker here, a little thin here, thicker up here, missing down here. Little things though, you know what I mean? I like this piece. I do. Her face is very bold and it pops out at you. The hair is nicely done. Snake's not bad. She does have a case of a toe thumb. Toe thumb. But aside from that, not bad at all, man. Yeah. I like this face. Nicely done. Simply done. Not overly done. The texture in the hair is nice. Cool piece, man. Oh, and here it is. And yeah, I like it. Again, if you can try to find a way to get a little bit more darks into this, only because on skin you lose a little bit of it. You lose a little bit of those tones over time, and because the new skins heals up over top of it, now you got another layer to look at it through. So maybe just find a little bit of place you can put a little more dark tones in. Yep, we saw that one. Oh, this is cool. Let's take a look. I like this. Simply done, but nice, not bad. I think the only thing for me, and this is just preference, is these three they don't really roll together very well, in my opinion. I don't really see. I guess we got a compass and then maybe a couple different places we've been or things we've done, but as a whole, they don't really like cohesively join together. But at the end of the day, very nice. I do like this. Very clean. Little guns here. Everything is very clean, man. I think you're doing fantastic, man. Keep at it, dude. Keep at it. 19, you're going to be just fine. Nick Hughes, we got another one. Nick, the hourglass tattoo wasn't finished because she couldn't sit any longer. Here's a piece I did last night, though. Look, Nick, that hourglass, guys, if you guys remember the hourglass and the roses, it doesn't matter if she couldn't sit or not. It wasn't going anywhere, man. It wasn't going. It's probably best that it didn't get finished, man. I wouldn't finish it. I wouldn't. I'd get off that skin, dude. Not doing anybody any favors. So here we go on fake skin, right? And we have the same problems, right? None of this is smoothly done. If this is on the skin, this is going to be blown out up here. This is going to be kind of missing over here. And half of your battle, man, is this fake skin. You want to get a proper good practice in, don't use this fake skin. This is not the kind of fake skin that's going to do you any favors. Get a good quality fake skin. Invest in yourself. You're putting art, you're putting ink in people's skin that is not that great, man. You're hurting people. The least you can do for them and yourself is get some good fake skin and practice stuff with good fake skin. Because while it might be an improvement, there's no consistency here. And there's still wiggles. And you don't even have to stretch this stuff, right? Real skin, you got to stretch. So I hope that helps you. All right, we got two more, and then we are done. Two more, and we are done. Hey, Dave, been tattooing for like 2 months, learning by myself. I know it's not the best, but I'm working into getting a mentor plus an apprenticeship. Yeah, that's kind of the same thing. I'm thinking of trying a first real tattoo on my thigh soon. Looking forward on your opinion. Don't worry on being harsh. Okay. Okay, so you're trying to get an apprenticeship, tattooing for 2 months. All right, we get the gist here. Yeah. Well, lines aren't too bad, actually. They're pretty consistent for the most part, especially over here. Everywhere there is a line, it's pretty consistent. We do have a bit of like a faded line here, and I don't know exactly why. Maybe that's the purple we're trying to look through from the stencil as well, but it is not too bad there. Here we have, you're using a very small liner, and I'm not sure exactly what's going on here because some of these lines are black and some of them are very light. So I don't know if you might be having a depth issue. You're not getting the needles in there far enough to really saturate this fake skin, and then going over some spots as well. I will say some of these are pretty smooth for the size liner that you're using. Again, this fake skin is not the greatest for doing anything on. And, SpongeBob looks good. I like SpongeBob for the most part. He is looking pretty crisp, relatively consistent lines, blacks, relatively packed in there. Again, you're using a crappy fake skin, so kudos there. This one's going to be about the same as our SpongeBob. Not bad. Not bad. Some lines are thicker than others. We've gone over a few times. So the goal is to try to get them all one pass kind of a thing. All right, so again, I'm focusing on the lines, and your line work is not bad. Again, it's consistently been all right. Get different fake skin. I feel like a dead horse here. I can tell that this is not the greatest. Your black packing is not there. This should be packed black, should be black in there somewhere, and it's not. It's very openy, not saturated, if you will. So draw this one out. So your lining is looking good. That's a plus on fake skin, right? It's looking good. Start focusing on everything else. Drawing the piece up. shading it, coloring it, that whole operation right there. All right, let's see. All right, good to go. Oh, lovely. Again, your lines are not bad. So whatever the name is, Nabaka, I don't know. I suck. Overall, line work's looking good. If you want to move past that and get into shading and all that, if you don't have the skill on paper, get there. All right. Don't feel pressure to jump to real skin. You're doing fine. Hey, you're more than welcome there. Nabeska. I can't pronounce names. I'll try. Hey, didn't we just look at this one? Hey, we already looked at yours. Yeah, we already looked at Josh's. Okay, guys, we made it. We went through everybody's. Everybody who sent something in today, I checked it out. It was much longer than I wanted to go, about an hour longer than I had initially planned on being live for. But, you know, I do my best, guys. Did we make it? We didn't get to 100, but that's okay. That's all right. That's just something fun that goals, you know, you got to have them whether you make it or not. It's you type your name again, but I still can't read it. Nabeka. You know, I don't know. Art class was all right in high school, but the rest of them, for the most part, were okay. But reading English, gosh, man, like I think some of the few things I still remember is like I before E except after C, stuff like that. But guys, the 42 of you that are hanging out right now, thank you guys. Thank you for staying strong throughout the entire stream. I'm going to ask you one more time if you could share the stream. If your work was in this stream, share it. Unless you're like, I don't want anybody to know. I don't want anybody. Fair enough. But if you are happy with your work in this stream, share it. That's how we're going to circumvent YouTube and their ways, if you will. So nonetheless, guys, I had a good time. For some reason, the quality is still not where I'd like it to be as far as the stream goes. I can see it's still kind of glitchy. So I'm going to try a little bit harder to see what I can do to clean that up a little bit. Let me see. Do I have any other information to share with you guys? I'm still working on the UV video. I don't really know how I'm going to lay it out because I want to wait for it to heal. But at the same time, I know some of you guys just want to know my initial thoughts on UV ink and skin. So I might just put that video together and throw it out there and then give you an update in a few months on how things healed out and what I think about it moving forward. So that's probably going to be about it. Okay. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate the Tuesday chill, checking out work. As a whole, man, some people's work is really improving, which is the goal here. And it's awesome to see people who've sent work back in. It's like, wow, nice, dude. You took some advice and you moved with it. Other people, I'm glad you sent it in, even if it's like, dude, stop what you're doing or don't do it. Because now you know, at least you're like, okay, well, I love it because I did it, but somebody else is telling me that maybe I ought to do this to help myself out, blah, blah, blah. So anyhow, guys, appreciate you being here. Subscribe, ring the bells. Blah, blah, blah. Share the video. Yada, yada. Until next time, my friends. Peace.